out on that field today. Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We made it! We made it! We made it! We made it! And let's go to that! And let's go to that!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's go! Let's hunt! We made it! And let's go to that! And let's go to that!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yap. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap. It's embarrassing. Yap. Don't disrespect the game like that. It's too much crying from them. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We made it! And let's go to that! And let's go to that! It's a wrap. Game over.
Nah, game's not over. It's just getting started right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. It is Winning Wednesday, and you know that means we got a lot we got to cover today. Namely, we got to tell you what it looks like in the Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the Joneses bracket challenge, and heading into Thursday's games, tomorrow's games, we got to show you what you look like. Sweet 16 is here. And somebody is on their way to winning $500 cash. So we got to get on that. I've got power rankings from the NBA, scoring leaders, and who knows what else. Keith Hennick wants to talk some NFL. I got a couple of NFL comments I want to make. So we'll do all that right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E. And we'll get it going. First, let's get to the current standings on the keeping up with the Joneses bracket challenge. Let's get with that. Okay, let's see. Where do I need to be? Here we go. Okay, hang on. Let me see. Boom. Go over here and make sure we know what's happening. Okay, here we go. Here are the current standings. Let me share my screen so y'all can see those. We did these yesterday, but I want to make sure we do them today so you know heading into tomorrow's games what we're looking like. All right, here we go. Bang. And let me go over here. Christina Harden is in sole possession of first place. Christina Harden, wife of CJ Harden, is in sole possession of first place. Ahmad owns two out of the three second places with his Clarence Madis Jr. U of H pick and the Purdue pick. Then you got Miss Pearl right there at number 2. She's got a shot as well. And then you've got CJ, Preston Love, Delano Burton at the number 5 spot. And then comes number 8. You got CJ again. CJ is she's in 2 of the top 10 spots. Good job for you, CJ. And then at number 9, you got Alexis Renee, myself, my son, Chi-Town, CJ again. CJ, all 3 of her brackets are in the top 10. That's amazing to me. You got Amber, and then you got Erica Cross, who her one bracket is down at the very bottom, but she's got a number 9 bracket along with Troy Noop. He's got 2 of them in the top 10. And then Courtney Harden. Bragging rights in your family, CJ. Courtney Harden is going to be kind of tough if your wife wins it all, man. I'm rocking with her. Whatever she says, you do it. And that's that. That's how that goes. So anybody want to bet with me, man, you got to give up something. You in the house and you lost, you got to give up something. You got to do what I say forever. If I lose, I just got to wear a Mizzou shirt or something crazy like that. That's all I got to give up. But if I win, you got to do what I say forever. So anyway, those are the standings. Again, Christina Harden, All Mad, Miss Pearl, CJ, Preston Love, Delano, CJ again, Alexis again, myself, my son, Chi-Town, CJ again, Stephanie Bisco, Amber, E-Money, and then you got Stephanie Bisco again, Troy Noop, and then Courtney Harden. Those are that's your top 10, if you will. That's your top 10, if you will. All right, let me get off of that. And let's get to it. I'm going to take my first break. I want to start playing some more of our commercials. I've been giving love to our sponsors, so let me make sure that we do that. We'll do that right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV.
This is a BS3 Network presentation.
I want to show that attainability. I want to show the accessibility of this kind of lifestyle.
From social media to having conversations with friends and family, you always have to put on face and say face.
What brings a smile to my face is the one person that totally believes in me, and that's my beautiful wife, Jody.
I just had to stop because I didn't value myself. I didn't love myself. And it's like, I have to learn to love myself.
Changing the world one conversation at a time. This is Revelations.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and what Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
When the man said that Sharifa Barksdale is on the verge, she's getting ready to set the world record. And I lost concentration and I followed that hurdle. I was devastated.
Posición game ball de Canadá, dominando la prueba, y la estadounidense Sharifa Barksdale está en.
When I fell over that hurdle, it ended my career. And then all of a sudden, my coach grabs me by the throat. And I was going through some paperwork and seeing that he had spent 10 years in prison. And I was just like floored. It turned to domestic violence. I was terrified. So if I left, I don't know if I was going to die. My family didn't know if they was going to get a phone call to say that Sharifa was dead.
Yeah, in San Radio, I said a vehicle took a shot at me. Southbound on East 95th.
Broke the U.S. record in the 400-meter hurdles. Represented the United States of America.
Imagine being on the biggest, fastest roller coaster that you have ever been on. That's the way my life was for 20 years. I never
had no trouble out of her being what she wanted to be. Because if this is what she wanted to be a runner, well, God bless her, and he did.
Yeah, man, it's still in the works. Just had a big meeting about it earlier this week, and it's still in the works. Plus, got something coming to the screen in July. I'll be shooting in May. So again, JM&E still at work, Jones Media and Entertainment. All right, so now let's get back to it. Some haze going out there. I know you lying. I know you ain't sitting there eating. No. I know better than that. I know better than that. So anyway, yeah, man. Ooh-wee. Keith Hennig said, "Good afternoon. What's going on?" Hey, man, where you been, bro? I know I've been missing in action, but you've been missing in action too. When are you coming on the show, man? Have your people get with my people, and let's get you on the show. Can we get that? He said, if you have to put on a Mizzou shirt, that sounds like you're winning, AJ. Nah, my skin is going to itch. My skin is going to itch. I literally have said this, and let me state this for the record. I was a big Quanzo Martin fan. I was a huge Quanzo Martin fan. Huge. And here's my thing. Until they do right by someone who's very close to me, I mean, very close, and puts that person in their basketball Hall of Fame, I can't rock with Mizzou. I cannot. My godson went to Mizzou. One of my good friends' sons also went to Mizzou. I want to love Mizzou, but until that, let me do my Whoopi Goldberg fingers. Until they do right by somebody very close to me and put them in the Basketball Hall of Fame, everything they touch is going to be boo-boo. Sorry, the women's team was trash. The men's team was trash. The football team was not trash. But until they do right. Skeeter say, what'd he say? I am my people. I've been starting a new plant in Oklahoma. Coach Martin just signed a coach at Missouri State again. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I'm happy to hear that. I was messing with one of your colleagues, one of your alum, saying, oh, so if you're a Mizzou fan, you ought to be a Missouri State fan. They're like, who the hell is Missouri State? It's like, oh, Missouri State lost in the NIT. So anyway, hey, man, good luck to you on the plant in Oklahoma. When you get some time, man, let's rock this thing together. I'd love to have you on. I hear nothing but good things about you, Skeeter, and again, would love to have you on, okay? All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and get to these power rankings real quick so I can get off this thing. Let's see, we had NIT action last night. I know nobody cares, but the Ohio State came up short at home against Georgia. Again, they have decided to go the least path of resistance and hired the interim head coach. I think that was a mistake. I think there were better hires out there. They could have got Quanzo. They could have gotten Quanzo and gave that program a real big shift. But that's what happens when your school is a football school. Don't get it twisted. The Ohio State is not a basketball school. They are a football school. ... 99 dots, and then they get to basketball, baseball, track, tennis, you name it. Women's basketball, I'm sorry, I'm not knocking the sport. To me, the women's basketball probably comes before the men's team. So, what do you say? What's good to say? Hey, Erica. Sorry, Erica. I can't hear AJ with his Cotton Bowl champs beanie. Woo! If you don't know how much flack I caught from that, let me tell you something. The Ohio State plays for championships. Mizzou played for a Cotton Bowl championship. The Ohio State plays for national championships. Mizzou played for a Cotton Bowl championship. So they got their champion. They got their chip. They got their chip. All right, man, let me leave y'all alone. Let me get to these power. Man, y'all messing up my day. Let me get to these power rankings. Let me get to these power rankings real quick, and we can get out of here, man. We can wrap this thing up for the day. All right, and NBA power rankings at number 16, Miami. Look at number 15. Y'all was like giving me grief, saying, "Oh, you just trying to work the Lakers in." Well, now they trying to move up. Right now, they got a pretty good lock on that number 9 spot. We'll see how that works out for them. But the Lakers at number 15. Number 14, you got the Indiana Pacers. Indiana Pacers have jumped up to the number 14 spot. Phoenix, I'm still underwhelmed. I am still underwhelmed by the Phoenix Suns. At number 12, you got Sacramento. Mike Brown again, bro. I really think he's done a fantastic job turning that franchise around. Number 11, you got Orlando. Man, them young kids are balling. Let me tell you something. Orlando is my sleeper team in the playoffs. Orlando is that team that not a whole lot of people want to play in the first round. And I'm just telling you, watch out. Play in, regular top 7, top 8, whatever it is. I'm telling you, Orlando is going to be a problem. Number 10, you got Dallas, up and down. Knicks, man, they have held their own with the injuries that they had. They had 4 starters out with injuries, and the Knicks are still rocking. New Orleans, everybody's waiting on Zion to fall apart. Nope, it ain't happening. Even without Brandon Ingram, they went on and got some quality wins. Cleveland took a little bit of a drop this week in the power rankings, got them down to number 7. At number 6, the Clippers, even with James Harden kind of taking a few steps back, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard still carrying that team. Milwaukee, man, I tell you what, a lot of folks want to talk about them blowing a 19-point lead to the Lakers last night. Before you bury Milwaukee, look up at number 1 and ask them what happened. Ask them what happened to Atlanta. They blew a what? Was it a 30 or a 20-point lead? Whatever it was, they blew it and lost. So we're not going to talk about Milwaukee and not talk about Boston. At number 4, Minnesota. Number 3, OKC. Number 2, they've jumped up to the number 1 spot in the West. I don't think they're going to catch Boston for the top team in the NBA, but they have jumped up to the number 1 spot in the West, those Denver Nuggets. And number 1, the Boston Celtics, who, again, got dog walked by the Atlanta Hawks, got walked down, and ended up losing. All right, no commentary. Number 1, Boston. Number 2, Denver. Number 3, OKC. Number 4, the Wolves. Number 5, the Bucks. Number 6, the Clippers. 7, Cleveland. 8, New Orleans. 9, Knicks. 10, Mavericks. 11, Magic. 12, Kings. 13, Suns. 14, Pacers. 15, Lakers. And 16, the Miami Heat. All right, let's get off of here. Let's remove that. Yes, I do. I think the Rockets can catch the Warriors. The Warriors are not a good team right now. If you think Klay Thompson is going to do for the rest of the year what he did last night, you're mistaken. He ain't that dude no more. And, oh, yeah, by the way, Klay was the suspect out of the trio anyway. So, no, I don't think they're going to hold off the Rockets. I think the Rockets, if they stay healthy down this final week, I think they're going to sneak into that number 10 spot. That's my thoughts. That's just my 2 cents. All right, quick break. Come back, and I'll finish it up right after this. On the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV.
Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
For Steph Curry, Tim Anderson, Jordan Alvarez. And it's caught! Debo Samuel with the catch.
Michael Jordan can sense.
The throw just got the king.
BS3 Network. The hottest of hot takes. The coldest of cold, hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
My name is James Jr., and I won $500 on the lunch money from the Keeping Up with the Joneses Bracket Challenge.
JG took home that money last year. Who's going to take home that money this year? That's what I want to know. Who's going to take home that money this year? All right, let's get to the final brackets that I have, or excuse me, power rankings that I have, and that's the NBA scoring leaders. Let's get to that real quick. Luke is still up top, within reach of Giannis. Luke at 34, Giannis at 33. Probably not going to catch him between now and the end of the year. So, yeah, Giannis would have to go on a tear. Shay G at number 3, KD at number 4. But look at this. Look who is at number 4 and number 5. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. 4, Kevin Durant. 5, Devin Booker. 28 points per game for Durant. 27 points per game for Booker. They need to be better. They need to be better. The team as a whole needs to be better. Jalen Brunson is carrying the New York Knicks on the scoring front, but man, I'm telling you, he's got some other players that's getting it done. Same thing with Jason Tatum. He is the leader of a great team, 27 points, 47% shooting. And then you got Steph. I mean, the babyface assassin is getting it done, 27 points, hitting 45% of his shots. De'Aaron Fox got a very good Sacramento team rolling, 27 points, 47% from the field. Anthony Edwards, the Ant-Man, 26 and 47. Trae Young, lowest percentage in the top 15, but still a quality win walking the Boston Celtics down. And, oh, yeah, by the way, he didn't play in that game, 26 and 43. The Joker up to number 12, 26 and 58. Tyrese Maxey at 26 points, 45. And then LBJ and Anthony Davis, AD, 25 for I'm sorry, that was a mix-up. It should be 25 and 25. 25 and 25. That was me. I did that. So 25 and 25. LeBron hitting 53% from the field. Davis hitting 55. And man, what the Lakers did last night without LeBron was quality. Liked it. And I was happy for their head coach, because let me tell you, a lot of folks was ready to run him out of town. And now all of a sudden they're like, oh man, these Lakers can get the number 6 seed. So we'll see. We'll see how all that plays out down the stretch. All right. Real quick, want to talk a little football. Keith Hennick. I don't know if you're listening. Keith, but a lot of folks are talking about Baker Mayfield now. A lot of folks are talking about Baker Mayfield, the money that he got, and what he means for a very weak division with the NFC South. I'm going to say this. If Baker doesn't lead that team to a division title and duplicate or improve on what he did last year, it's same old Baker for me. New Orleans didn't get any better. You can't tell me Carolina got better. So it's a two-man race between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. If they can't outdo Atlanta and Baker Mayfield can't do better than what he did, I got news for you. Same old Baker. And again, it'll be everybody else's fault. and it'll be everybody else's fault but his. Let me see, Skeeter, I hope you're right. I'm a big Saints fan. My grandfather used to take me to the Saints games when they were wearing bags over their heads. So when they won their first Super Bowl, my grandfather has since gone to heaven, but when they won their first Super Bowl, man, I cracked one open for him. It was legacy. They won a Super Bowl for us. So yeah, man, he says my Saints are going to win this year. Just need a wide receiver, O-line in the draft. I'm still iffy on the offensive coordinator. I'm very iffy on the head coach. And Derek Carr, same thing I'm saying about Baker. He got to take that next step. So we'll see. I hope you're right, though, Skeeter. I'm rocking with you on that. Still trying to see what Caleb Williams is going to do come draft time. I know a lot of folks want to have a lot of negative things to say about the young man. I don't. I'm not one of them. I think that all of this is business, and anybody can talk about other people's business better than they can handle their own. Do you think Dak Prescott is out after next year? I don't, but they've got to take that next step too. And you got very few places for Dallas to go. Dallas needs to do two things this year. They need to get back to the conference championship, and they need to get in the Super Bowl. Two things. Get back to the conference championship and get in the Super Bowl. They don't do that. I mean, it's for naught. I don't care how they do in the regular season. Get in the conference championship game and get in the Super Bowl. They got to do that. Kansas City is the team to beat for everybody right now. Head coach from the Buffalo Bills had some comments that I think were interesting. He's calling us names and everything because we're calling him out. You know, him and John Calipari drink from the same beer tap. They drink from the same beer tap. I'm not saying he goes out in the early rounds, but man, again, you got to take that next step. When have the Buffalo Bills gotten in that conference championship and made it to a Super Bowl? That's where we are with them. So, Coach, quit calling people names and do better. Read up on the injuries Carr played through last year. If they keep him upright, he can easily win the South. I'm hoping for it. I like Derek Carr. David Carr's trash. We had him here in Houston. Dude is trash. Dad was crazy as hell. Interesting family, but I think Derek Carr is the saving grace. I think he is the saving grace for the family. Mama Carr too. Yeah, but Daddy and David, trash, bro. I'm telling them two dudes are crazy as hell. I mean that. Like, I ain't making it up. I'm not adding and embellishing. I'm saying those two people are out of their freaking minds. You know, multiple people come out of the same womb, have the same upbringing and what have you, and a couple of them go off track. Daddy and David, off track. Off track. So anyway, got to get ready to roll. Again, we got Sweet 16 games that start tomorrow. We'll see what happens there. Let's see if I got anything else real quick. Boom. Today. Yeah, I'm looking. Nothing major jumps off the page at me today. We'll see. Lakers, Grizzlies, if you want to. OKC and Rockets, that'll be interesting tonight at 7 Central. Clippers, 76ers, Cavaliers, Warriors, Magic is going to be interesting. I think Magic's going to run the Warriors off the court tonight. We'll see. And there's Keith Hennig. Not happening in Dallas. They got to do those two things. All right, girl, we'll let you, since you're at the bottom of the barrel, we'll let you have the final say on the show. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Except tune in for Chris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review tomorrow here on the show, and the Coach Johnny Cole with the HBCU Stroll. That'll be on Friday. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. We will definitely talk to you all soon.
Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024. Number 1, President Biden made good on a promise to lower diabetic drug prices for seniors on Medicare. But the United States still has an issue with medication prices, as diabetic drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy sell on the average of $1,000 a month, even though it can cost its manufacturer, Novo Nordisk, as little as $1 to make. Senator Bernie Sanders pointed out, if Novo Nordisk can reduce the cost of other insulin drugs, they can do the same with their most famous products and still make a handsome profit. Number 2, California raised the minimum wage for fast food workers to $20 per hour, leading to a fierce debate. Labor advocates support it, but restaurant owners are concerned about prices and employment. Over 550,000 workers will benefit, surpassing Washington State's previous record. The wage increase comes as the fast food industry booms, but raised concerns among some restaurant owners. Number 3, 40-year-old Crystal Anderson was a former Kansas City chief cheerleader who passed away March 20th after delivering her stillborn daughter, Charlotte Willow. She was diagnosed with sepsis. The Mayo Clinic defines sepsis as a serious condition in which the body responds improperly to an infection. Symptoms of sepsis include fast, shallow breathing, sweating, lightheadedness, and shivering. However, sepsis can sometimes be effectively treated if caught early. Number 4, the White House is pushing back against top Republicans' misleading criticism of President Biden for issuing a proclamation in support of transgender people on the same day as Easter. A spokesman for the president rejected the attacks from the House Speaker, former President Donald Trump, and others that Mr. Biden's blasphemous message for the Transgender Day of Visibility goes against Christianity. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre told reporters the president stands for bringing people together and upholding the dignity and freedoms of every American. Number 5, T. Montez Hurt has been missing from Kansas City, Missouri since February 1st. The 19-year-old Missouri Western State University freshman was last seen at the Kansas City Greyhound bus station. He's described as 6 feet 1 inch tall, medium brown complexion, 160 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. If anyone sees his picture and recognizes where they may have seen this young man recently, please go to the Black and Missing Foundation website. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Being patient with others reflects our own inner peace. Recognizing that everyone is on their own unique path, inhale patience, exhale frustration. That was for me. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with producer Stephen Hill and comedian Myra J. as we discuss today's top headlines and more. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
I won $500 for lunchman for keeping up with the Jonas Bracket Challenge.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.